The journey here, it started in Samarkand. In the morning I had breakfast at my hostel, and then I ordered a Yandex, which is like an Uber taxi, all the way to the border with Tajikistan, which took about an hour. I crossed the border, no issues. Found a taxi there that would take me to Tajikistan, which is the big city on the other side of the border, basically. About a 20-30 minute drive. He would like pick up locals and drop them off along the way, but it was $2, which I even think I was overcharged for that, but $2. And he was super nice. He took me to the bazaar, and the bazaar is where you're supposed to get the ride to these 7 lakes. He asked around for me, like, where to get, like, what bus is leaving and like what shared taxi was leaving, and he drove me to 2 different places, and he finally found the place for me, so he was super helpful. My guest house told me you're supposed to take a shared taxi. He told me to take the shared taxi, but I think I accidentally took the Jeep. I think it's called the Jeep, and it comes once a day. I think in the morning it takes like locals from this area. They load the truck up with like everything, and then at like noon or 1 they start driving back. And it takes all day, much longer of an experience, much more local. I did that because I didn't really know what was going on, so I took that, and it was good. And then they stopped probably like 10 times to like buy more stuff. Yeah, so that's how I got here, but excited to be here now. I'm in the middle of the mountains, and I am at a guest house, and they're serving me dinner. They gave me some sort of soup, and then a bunch of watermelon, black tea, bread, some fruit. That's what I noticed here in Central Asia. They bring you so much food for like breakfast and dinner. Really good hospitality. Okay, so they brought me the main course, which is like some type of meat, potatoes, and carrots, I think? I don't know. But it's a lot of food, just for me. Best watermelon I've ever had. It's like a rediscovered watermelon. In the middle of the Fan Mountains, I'm at the 7 lakes. It's a series of 7 lakes in the middle of these mountains. I think they're formed by earthquakes. But yeah, I came here last night I stayed at a guest house right over there in the green area. Super nice, super hospitable. This is the 4th lake. I think it's the biggest one, and I'll be trekking to the 7th lake, the last one. So, should take all day. Maybe I can get a ride with someone, but we'll see. Like some kids made like a soccer field with like goals in the middle of this lake. It's a little dried up. I don't know if it's like normally like this, but it's quite dried up. But over there in my hostel or my guest houses, there's like a stream that kind of feeds this. But it looks, yeah, I don't know. This is the village of Padrud, P-A-D-R-U-D. I passed a school down there as well. There's some kids in class. Okay, I think this is the 5th lake. This is like, I think the smallest one. So, I made it. It is 9:40. Hopefully I get there to the 7th lake by 1, and then I can turn around and come back. I met those little girls, locals. They were super nice. They were a lot of fun. I've seen very few people. I've only seen one other, like, tourist hiker. But I've seen like multiple locals. A lot of them are like moving livestock, so like letting their goats feed. I've seen some cows in the beginning, and then seen some people like on donkeys. But people are super friendly, super nice. I've shook multiple people's hands, and here when you like greet someone, you put your hand on your chest like this, on your heart. But I have noticed that like whenever there's like a woman or like a young woman, maybe around my age, she will like, they all cover their hair, but like cover their face when they see me. But it's really interesting. But yeah, people are super friendly. Yeah. Okay, starting my trek back, but I made it in like under 2.5 hours. There's a bunch of people there, and I think a lot of like guided tours, they'll stop somewhere nearby, like around here I think, and then they'll hike up to the 7th lake. But anyways, cow, more cows, mountain. Anyways, yeah, I was worried about the rain because it looked kind of scary up there at the 7th lake, and it was super windy, and I was feeling some rain already, some drizzling, but I think it passed a different way. I think I'm good. I think it was just that area. Right now I'm feeling good. It's sunny. But yeah, gonna walk back now. I also ran into like a group of like tourists, and I asked one of them to take a picture of me, and then I noticed that their accent. I was like, okay, they're either Singaporean or Malaysian. So I asked them in their Malaysian, and I talked to them, and a lot of them are on like a 22-day tour of Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan, Uzbekistan. So had a really nice chat with them. Yeah, I love meeting people from like Malaysia, Singapore, because I can connect with them since it's like my second home. So excited to end my trip there. made me excited to be in Singapore and relax at the end of my trip. So, yeah. I made it back to the 7th lake, or to the 4th lake, which is where I was staying. So I did it. I did it pretty quickly. So yeah, I think it's like 14, 15 miles I walked. So yeah, didn't hitchhike at all, didn't take a ride. Yeah, that was great. I loved that. It was a really good day.